What is the deal, beautiful people? It is your boy Uncle Rizza, back in the building. Forza 6 is the topic. Now, this game was announced earlier this year, not too long ago actually. I want to say a few weeks back, if it's even been that long. After the release, or is it a release, or more sort of announcement of Ford's new GT. You know, they sort of revived that legendary car, the GT, and it's a dope looking car. But along with that, of course, Microsoft took the opportunity to hop on some PR, some free press there, and announced it as the official car of Forza 6. Now, I didn't really latch on to this when they said that or when they did that, because, you know, Forza's been a monster title around here, and I wasn't expecting another one for another 2 to 3 years. So if you look at Forza 5, Forza 5 really came about when the Xbox team was looking for one of the in-house developers to really show power in the console and really grab the helm and lead the way. And the Forza team stood up and they answered the challenge. And I think to this day, Forza 5 may be the highest rated next generation title, especially so on the Xbox. You know, it defied all odds. People thought it was gonna suck. You know, it was definitely a launch title that they said was a launch title, that was delivered as a launch title. It was delivered with every bit of quality that they said it would have. It was 1080p, it was 60 frames a second, it had a ton of DLC, the controls were smooth, very little bugs. Excuse me. And, you know, it really set the mood for the consoles going forward. And so much so that not too many console games lived up to Forza 5. And I'm talking not only on the Xbox, even the PlayStation 4, the next generation, you know. So that really set the benchmark. And then Forza Horizon 2 came out, and it did a good job at what it was. And I think I still enjoy Forza Horizon 2. I'm still in the honeymoon phase with that game. I'm still enjoying it quite a bit. And you know, that was what Forza is. You've got that real hardcore simulator on the track experience in Forza 5, and then you've got that music festival and the open world experience in Horizon, and that's all we've known from Forza. So I wasn't really expecting anything anytime soon, but it came out on the Inner Circle podcast. You guys check that out. I'll probably leave a link below. I gotta dig up the channel. Subscribe to these guys. That's B Money and his people. They usually get some really dope inside interviews with a lot of the Xbox staff. So it came out that this game is gonna see the light of day holiday season 2015. Now, Nigel called Forza a yearly release, and he wrote it off, and I was sort of baffled by why he did that. I challenged him. I said, Forza's a yearly release? Since when? And it turns out that he's right, and this scares the shit out of me. You know, I frown upon yearly releases. You know, the Need for Speeds, the Maddens. I feel like these guys, they don't take their time to get the formula right because they're so worried about cutting off what they have and just printing and pressing it, you know. And I hate that formula. And I feel like games that are yearly releases, you can see the degradation in quality as time goes by. I mean, this has happened in Madden for years. There are a few instances where this is not the case. Very few. I could almost say the 2K series is one of these instances where it's not the case. But even when the quality remains the same, you start to see these really minute incremental improvements and innovations, and it gets annoying to spend that type of money every year and not be rewarded with a breath of fresh air every time. Whereas games like Grand Theft Auto, right, and this is the other extreme, they show face like once every 5 years or some shit, and then they crush the world. I think Forza was more so in that Grand Theft Auto lane. You'd see a Forza every 4 years or so, and enjoyed the hell out of it when we got it. So this is definitely new, and I'm scared for the series. I'm scared that they turned this into a yearly release. Excuse me. I'm still curious as to what really happened with the initial release of Forza 5 on the Xbox One. If these guys did a cut and dry and just pushed out what they had, because me personally as a Forza fan, I wouldn't say there's things missing, but there's innovations I would have liked to see that I don't see. So for instance, in Gran Turismo 6, you can select custom spoilers, and you can select the height of the spoilers, and there's all types of crazy spoilers, and you can you can buy gauges when you turbocharge the car to put in the interior. Like, these are the things that I expected to see from a next generation Forza that really weren't there in Forza 5 or Horizon. So I'm curious to see, is this where I get that really next generation customization and outfitting that I've been craving? Because to me, next generation shouldn't stand for better graphics each time. Just let me get more in there. Let me customize the roof of my car. I mean the inside suede line into the interior. Let me pull out my seats and put speakers back there. And yes, that's out of place for Forza, but you guys get what I'm saying. Let me get behind the wheel and install spacers and put all this Rocket Bunny style body kits on the car. Like, I'm tired of seeing the same old body kit shit in Forza. Like, that shit's played out. It has to change. And I'm gonna be very disappointed if Forza 6 is not that. I don't want to see Forza 6 show up with a bunch of tracks that were in Forza 3 and 4, and they say, "All right, here you go, guys, with some new cars." Like, no, I want a completely different facelift. I think the physics engine is fine. I could do with some weather to really change it up. Give us a lot of the old tracks back. Give us some new tuning models. Like, let's get in there and tune the PSI on turbos, and you know what I mean? Let's take a smaller turbo and turn up the boost and have fun there, or take a bigger turbo and turn down the boost. Let's give me that level of tuning that I want. I really don't know what to expect from Forza, and I will tell you that I'm very nervous for this series. I'm going to be watching this closely to see what Microsoft is doing here, and this is going to be a tough one because the Need for Speed should be coming out this year as well, holiday season. So it's interesting to see. At the very least, you could say that Microsoft is making a very, very strong statement that they are the platform when it comes to racing. The 360 was the platform when it came to first-person shooters, and you kind of see them making a push to establish themselves in another genre, which is cool. And I think everybody has their thing. I think the PlayStation is still that genre when it comes to these third-person shooters and adventure games and whatnot, but that's just my take on it. Are you guys excited for Forza 6? What are you looking forward to in Forza 6? Are you guys still playing Forza 5 at all? Are you playing Horizon? Let me know. But yeah, it's your boy, Uncle RZA. Just share the video. That's all we ask. You help us get more exposure, and that you engage with us. If you didn't like something we say, start a conversation, man. Come holler at us. We're very approachable, and we love talking gaming. I'm out of here. Peace.